I'm Ed from Farm Deals, and I'm here with the Farming Forum on the Krone stand at Lamma 2024, and I'm here with Craig. And we're going to talk about the Krone Swadro. So, first impression is, it takes up quite a big part of your stand. Is this sort of a bit of what you're focusing on this year at Lamma? Or?
Yes, it's a big new headline product. We had it at Agritechnica, so it's the biggest 4-rotor rake in the world. Basically what we've done, we've taken the technology from the Swadro 2000 6-rotor rake we had and put it into this to get a wider 4-rotor rake, just to fill another gap in the market between it and the 13.7 metre rake we had. So I'll show you a bit roundabout. So as I said, it's a V rake. So basically what you've got to do is on a 4-rotor rake, 13 metre one we've got just now, the arms are attached to the chassis and have to fold out to work. And there's only so much control you can gain over the arm by folding it out, and then you're restricted by height for the road as well. So by making it a V rake, so we've got this jockey wheel at the front, you can actually push the whole arm out, which this arm here then carries the actual rotor arm. So the rotor arm is actually very short, and that enables us to have a lot of hydraulic pressure control. So like the 1370 we've got already, it's hydraulic ground pressure control, which this is as well. Because our arm's that short, we've got a lot of control over it. So between the front rotors and the rear rotors, you can set the ground pressure on them, so you can have the front ones harder than the back, or vice versa. And obviously this rake, this is it in its full working width, so yeah, it's taking...
Yeah, it's a big rake, isn't it?
It's a big rake, so 15.7 metres wide, and it'll pull in till 11 metres. And obviously you can alter your swath width at the back with the rear rotors as well.
Yeah.
You can pull them in and out to suit. So yeah, quite excited to see it going this summer. It's a nice rake, but a lot of features which are on all Krone rakes. So I've got the maintenance-free gearboxes and all the rotors.
That's sort of a big thing for me particularly. It's when you're running at such a short time frame, maintenance-free is quite a big thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that quite a big selling point you've noticed with a lot of your customers then?
Very much so, and also the cam track in there's got a 3-year guarantee on it as well.
Yeah.
It runs dry, so if you do have the misfortune of bending a tine arm, you can actually just pop one out and continue on your way, because there's nothing in there to fall out. There's no oil, there's no grease. It's nice and dry, so yeah, less you need to do. A bit like a mower's, maintenance-free beds as well, so you make it easy. It lasts longer, it's robust, as you say, it's less maintenance costs as well. Another nice feature we've brought onto this rake again is the lift tine, which we've been running since 2015. Benefit of the lift tine over a straight tine is it's more of a fetch and carry action. So if you can imagine a straight tine in work, as it engages grass, is going to yield a bit because it's on spring. Yeah. So you need to run that slightly lower to then carry the crop round. So by introducing the lift tine, it actually lets the grass ride up. So it's more of a fetch and carry than a drag. So in the test we done on a Krone rake with a straight tine versus a lift tine, we gained 2.5 acres an hour more output on the lift tine from a straight tine, and it was able to run slightly higher off the ground as well, so it's less soil contamination, less ash content in the silage.
Is it true they were developed off the back of watching a jet to take off?
Yes, we've got the jet effect, yeah, so that's when lifting it in and out of work. So when you lift up, the front of the rotor actually lifts first, then the rear, and when you put it back down, the back goes down, then the front. Back to that soil contamination thing again, so it stops the rotors digging into the ground, keeps it a lot cleaner. And also you'll see we've got springs on the front wheels of the jockey wheels on there as well. So basically when you're putting it back into work, those springs pull the tyres straight, so they don't scuff the turf going into the ground. So it's trying to keep the silage as clean as possible, basically. So yeah, a lot of nice features which all Krone rakes have that, so it's just nice to continue that theme.
And the driving width with it as well, does that help with a lot of when you got over the big rolls?
Yeah, so you can, on the drive wheel, so it just balances the weight out so it doesn't wobble side to side. Obviously when you've got your 13 metre rake, for example, your pivot points away in here, it's a lot of weight out wide, so it just helps balance everything running it in the field, which is good. So yeah, I'll be excited to see it in the field this summer.
Me too. So we're over the other side of the stand, again with Craig, and we're in front of his favourite forage wagon.
Lamma Forage Wagon.
So I hear this is award winning. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so won Farm Machine of the Year at Agritechnica this year. Yeah, really exciting stuff for us, to be honest. It's the new Optigrass wagon. So we've got an Optigrass 28 and an Optigrass 37. 28 is 28mm chop, 37 is 37mm chop, so we've kept it nice and simple. So really brought a lot of features from the ZX wagon. I got a lot of new features in 2015, so we brought a lot of that down into probably a more UK farmer friendly size of machine. So it's opened up a lot of technology to new people, which is great. And a couple of new bits and bobs too. So the first one, we always like crop flow at Krone, so we'll start at the pickup reel. So they're now coming with a hydraulic pickup reel on the RX range. Still with the camless staggered tine, but the beauty of the hydraulic pickup reel is it gives you that flexibility in different crop types to keep your crop flow the way you want it. So if you're really chasing a light crop, you can actually reduce your PTO speed, speed up your rotor, which keeps everything, speed up your pickup reel, sorry, which keeps everything full to keep your chop length consistent. So although we're talking 28mm chop length, it's really consistency is what we want to chase. So you get that. We've got Hardox rotor tips, which rub past the knife. Basically they're set from 0 to 0.5mm off the knife, so that's great. And a scissor cut action past the knife to cut. And also our engineers through the years have noticed a lot of the grass that goes up right at the outside of the rotor doesn't actually get cut because there's not a knife there. So we've got the new split cut system, which we introduced a couple of years ago in the bigger range again, which actually throws this grass back over the top. Right. It's a bit like a return system. So that grass ends up back in here to then get chopped again. So
you're not left with any nasty bits, are you?
No stems. That's back to that consistency thing again. So everything's getting chopped. Another nice features that have come back down from the ZX. So we've got a hydraulic pickup reel pressure control. So if you can set it in the screen. So if it's really wet, you can effectively carry the pickup reel rather than having it running on the ground. So you can get it from 0% to 100% depending on conditions. So great for a contractor doing different conditions, doing different jobs, and it carries it for you. Another good one's the belt-driven rotor, which again came back down from the ZX wagon. So the beauty of the belt is so one gearbox less, so it reduces power requirements significantly. And also if you do hit a lump, the belt can yield a little bit without forcing the stress back onto the tractor. So nice simple drive line. So you've got 1,000 speed out the tractor into a transfer box, 1,000 speed onto this pulley, onto the next pulley, and then there's a reduction gearbox tucked neatly inside the rotor, which then turns the rotor at 400 RPM. So really simple but effective drive line. So yeah, should be quite a few of these. Quite a few dealers this year have ordered demonstrators for their own. So it's good to get these out and about.
So you're aiming more to market these for your contractors, your one-man bands, or you think there's a place for this on more of a bigger farm as well?
Yeah, there's a good bit of both, to be honest. So it comes right down to the 33 cube, which naturally would be selling to a lot of farmers, but then we go all the way up to 56 cube on the giant ZX range. So we've got it covered from everyone. But I think the beauty of we've got bringing it down to the 33 cube is it's a small affordable size for the farmer who wants all the technology and might want the 28mm cut now, which nobody's offered before on such a small wagon. So I think it's going to open a lot of doors for people who have been maybe a bit reserved about forage wagons having a slightly longer chop. So it's quite exciting times for us.
Yeah, really exciting. It'd be good to see one in action.
Yeah, so yeah, as I said, there's quite a few dealer demonstrators out and about this year. So if anybody is interested in either the wagon or any information about the rake we've seen today, get in contact with your local Krone dealer and they'll help you from there.